So this is the seated arm swing drill. I have my athletes do this about once a week, and depending on the athlete and how good or bad their arm carry is, we might do a little bit more or less, but it allows us to, one, simulate the arm swing that we're going to do during the approach of going big and then gradually getting tighter. But also it allows us to focus on staying upright, having good posture, and getting mobility in our arms, right? So we can, first, I've got the camera head on here, and I'm gonna have my knees in so that I'm not hitting. And I'm just gonna start here with pocket shoulders. So I'm more or less focusing on almost like doing a bicep, but I'm not actually trying to move my arm a lot. I'm trying to come down to where my hand is faced down, and then I'm trying to come up where my hand is facing up. So my palm is always staying towards me, but I'm trying to come here, and then I'm trying to come down. So fingers up, fingers pointed up, fingers pointed down, and I trying to close my hands and like a little lobster claw. So I'm just trying to go right here, and I'm really tight in, right? Now, I've got a little bit of shoulder mobility due to a back injury. So I tend to have a little bit of a shoulder come across body. But think about it, the more crossbody you have, the more you're having this twisting motion, right? Which means a lot more work that your body's doing. If your arm can just come straight up and down without having to invoke so much of your core and your back, well, then you're spending less energy, which means more energy can go into making you faster. So we want to be as efficient as possible. So we can actually just sit here and work on it. Work on our arms just moving up and down. Getting comfortable, getting it down and up, down and up. And you might notice when you first sit down that maybe you're hunched over like this and your arm really doesn't go back too much. So then what happens is then maybe you have to turn your hand in order to get it behind you. You might notice a lot of that where you come in and you have to turn it, because if you came here, your shoulders so far rotated in. So we can think about just relaxing ourselves, relaxing our neck and sticking our chin in a little bit. And now I'm just gonna completely relax, and I can see I can get it back a lot more. But sometimes our biceps get really, really tight, and that helps pull these muscles. And especially if your shoulders or all your upper chest and your chest, if it gets really tight, it's internally rotating that shoulder. So we want to stretch out our shoulders, do a lot of shoulder mobility work to really get ourselves nice and loose. And that'll allow us to just run a lot more easier. And we can run like this. And then we can also focus on getting big to small. So I'm here on a stadium because what I can do is then I can put my feet like this. So now there's nothing to hit, right? I don't have anything, a back chair. I don't have anything below me. I don't have anything down here. So now I can focus on getting big ranges of motion and then getting tighter and tighter in, right? To simulate my approach. So I'm here and I can have these big, I'm starting my drive phase, and then I'm gonna get tighter and tighter and tighter in, right? And you'll notice that that's a workout. Like, it's hard. And so something I can focus on is, okay, if I tuck in my chest, if I try to get good posture, if I relax my shoulders, if I let myself really just relax and then try it. And then I can go the opposite way, right? And get back tight end again. And you'll notice, like, you can feel yourself like getting built up, right? It's like you're tightening that coil. More tight that rubber band gets, and then you let go, right? Boom, 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 boom. So that's what we want to do at least once a week.